for today, I'm going to be using the bigger chop saw, which I thought I'd best give it a little bit of a maintenance. Because my mate should have done this, but I don't know what he does all day. Look how dirty it is. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
If you don't look after your tools, they won't look after you. Should be cleaned after every job. Bit of maintenance. And then this, see this blade here? This blade is only used for kitchens. That, very fine, very sharp. It's like a dream. This is like a dream saw. Only for kitchens. If I'm not doing a kitchen, it gets locked up in safe, don't come out. And if we're doing a kitchen, it comes out. But you've got to look after your saws, what you're cutting. You're only as good as your equipment. And if your equipment's not very good, you're not going to cut very good. Where's my other saw, Lee? Where's the little chop saw? We took it out. Oh, we've took the little chop saw out. The little chop saw what I bought, all I do is I look out for them, and when I see them on sale, like that little chop saw what I got used, what you see me using all the time, I bought it in B&Q, and it cost 25 quid. It was on sale. Do you know what I mean? You can't even get a blade for 25 quid. So I buy it. If it lasts 6 months, it'll go in skip, or I'll give it to Lee, and Lee will recycle it. So it's not worth buying a blade for them. You might go, as soon as you see them on sale, pick them up, because the cheapest chips, and then just get rid of them. You don't want them after they've been hammered all up. For 6 months we hammer them, cutting 42 with them. They get hammered. So you don't want them after 6 months, just buy a new one. 25 quid, you can't go wrong. Because I'm going to be using my saw all day, I'm going to put my plugs in, earplugs, because it's a bit deafening. So these are clear earplugs. Think I mean the old luggers? So when you're watching my videos, if you're thinking I'm not wearing earplugs, I am wearing them. Use them. That's why I'm always loud on my videos. Because do you hear me shouting? Once I put these babies in, I can't hear anything, so I'm shouting to you in my own voice. Ah, beautiful. So now on this kitchen here, what we're doing here is, you didn't want to go to the extent of the cost for curved units. So what we've done is, we've got a curved panel like this, and I'm going to cut it down, and we're going to position it on the end. Build the panels up, position it on the end so it goes round, and it looks like a curved unit, but at a fraction of the price. So really, they've stiffed me, because all they've done is left it to a fitter. Do you know what I mean? Thrown a bit of wood in, and now it's my job to make it look good. So I'm going to start by cutting it longer, so we can fiddle about with it and see where we go with it. Until we do that, we don't know. Nice clean cut. So we get back in. Get back on his saw. See what I mean about that blade? Beautiful. Looks better than factory that. Look at that. Factory end. My end. Factory end. My end. Beautiful. That's what you want. Nice. Razor sharp. Cut yourself on that. It's that sharp. And then we're going to pull that up there, and we're going to mess about with it until we get it right. And we're going with this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull that panel over 20mm for the door, and then this corner post, I'm going to cut it oversized, and that is going to run like that. And then the cornice is going to go straight into there and straight into there. So I'll fix that up, and we'll have the corner, the curve going round and meeting the other side. Just have to get it screwed up somehow. Nice and tight. So now I've cut that, I've cut the top off it to make that panel perfect. That's a cut side, as you can see, it's perfect. But what I've done, PVA'd it. Always PVA everything. Every cut you've got, PVA. At least if you PVA and it swells, you know you've done everything you can. Take the plastic off, and then we're going to clamp that up. I'm going to get my square, clamp it up. So for this part, I've got my square. That's exact same as every other panel on the kitchen. Make sure it's exact square, clamp it up, and then what I'm going to do is I'll screw that in and make it solid. And then along here, this side here, where these units are held on by plasterboard fixings. But on this side of the wall here, there's actually brick. So what I'm going to do is put a load of brackets on there, screw that to the wall, that bolts that, this section to the wall, and then that section's bolted on with that section, stops that from coming down. It will hold with the brackets what we've put in, but you're better off to be safe than sorry. So we'll put a load in there, and then when we put that panel on, the panel will cover all them brackets. That's the idea. So all I've done is I've put some of the trim on, actually fixed it in place, then I can measure it exact. So we want that panel 790. That'll leave a couple of mil top and bottom, just so you don't see these edges. It'll go straight into it. So we need to cut this 790, and then that will go straight up to that like that, and that cornice will run there. So we just want a slight lip there, 790 cornice, and then we'll run that into the wall. And there you go, that'll be your curve. Bit of a masterpiece. Always prep everything, make sure it's right. So last thing you want to do is get this on and measure that. Say you've just measured that, that's 40 mil. What happens if this slip's slightly bigger and it's 41 mil or 42 mil? Then that's going to come past that. So easiest way, it might take you a little bit of time, just to put that trim on. Only takes you 2 minutes. Then you can measure the exact gap, leave it a couple of mil longer, can't go wrong. We'll cut it now, fit it, and it'll be bang on, because I'm talking into two cameras. So what I'm doing here, the easiest way, that saw's not wide enough to cut a straight line, and I don't, because this is a show panel, I don't want it on two different levels. So what I'm doing, I know where my circular cuts. My circular cuts 40 mil in from the blade. So what I'll do, measure my panel, set it in 40 mil. I'm going to set it in 40 mil, and then I'm going to clamp it up, and then I'm going to cut it straight across. Cut it straight across like this. This is where you got to be millimetre perfect. So double check all your measurements before you cut it. All the way down, beautiful that. Beautiful. And then measure that section again. 790. So now I know that is exact 40 mil in from 790, so I've marked it at 750. put my level on it, clamped it. It's impossible not to get a straight edge and a neat cut. Always cut it upside down. The shiny surface to the bottom when I'm using my circular. It's my circular, the blade, as you can see, it's a right fine blade, and the blade goes that way. So as you're cutting, it's cutting upwards. So if you had it the other way around, it'd chip it. So I have it this way, and it'll cut a nice sharp edge on it. Oh yeah, you can film it from over there. I've clamped it up there. Nice and gentle. Oh, nice and gentle. Beautiful. So now we've cut that off. Can you see the nice finished edge? Beautiful. Look at that. Now, if you flip it over, can you see how it's chipped it that side? It will always do that, no matter what, because you're cutting opposite way. But the side that matters is bang on. Bang on. Now what we're going to do, we're going to get his PVA. PVA. My mate keeps putting it away for some reason, and I do not know why. That's the mentality. When I want something, it's not there. When I do want something, it's in there. I get plenty of glue on it. And then there's a cover on there, so I'm just going to pull the cover off and it'll be spotless. Like a dream. And then pull the cover off. See all that glue on there? Gone. Beautiful. Look at that finish. Better than a factory cut, that. Better than a factory cut. Pull the rest of it off. Job's a good one. Cut that other big panel down, same. Gonna be a masterpiece, this. Masterpiece. What I'm gonna do, I put my panel on here and make sure it's flush there. Then I've got the odd pencil, I've marked it there because I want it exactly the same size. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut that off with my saw. That'll be exact same size, and then we'll be going on top like that. Then that'll be going up again. So that's quite a big cut there. Plenty of PVA on it. Then just pull the plastic off. It only takes a second to PVA. Do you know what I mean? But look at finish on that. Is that lovely or what? And you know it's never going to swell. Alright, MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms. I show me jobs in real time, in real life. Everything's different. Every situation's different. There's no situation the same. I show it all from start to finish. You watch all my videos, they're all numbered and dated, so you can follow them from one to whatever they are that day, and I'll show you everything. I do a range of everything in the properties. Whatever you've got in a property, I do, and there'll be a video for it. So you can follow me on TikTok, or if you're on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to like all my videos, people, because it moves my viewing up if people are liking them. So thank you very much, and that's about it from MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms.